Hey guys, this is Jed Antoon with Dexcomm, an answering service call center out of Louisiana. Here to talk to you guys a little bit about the three ways we can grow our business by giving back during the holiday season. Just a little bit about us. If you're not familiar, we've been around since 1954, so we've been in this business for quite some time. That's a lot of holiday seasons we've gone through. Current ownership, however, since 1989, and Jamie Hopper, who's our current owner, president, CEO, and we've really set this company up with a purpose of providing compassionate professional concern to communications. That's communications to our callers, communication to our customers, to our coworkers, to our community, to ourselves. This is when we wake up each day. Each one of our employees here at Dexcomm know the reason for our existence, and we can behave accordingly. My name, Jed Antoon, once again. When I started in June of 2016, I was in a sales role specifically. Now I'm in more of a leadership role as the head of team revenue, which is our sales and marketing team focused on new customer acquisition, customer retention, as well as customer satisfaction. So I talk about the three ways, excuse me, or I've mentioned the three ways in which we're trying to grow our business by giving back, right? That's the kind of the reason for the season, the good feel of the holiday month. And too many folks finish out the year with this, what I'm calling end of the year mentality, where, it's like we've reached this finish line prematurely, and let's focus on next year, right? It's December 1st. Nothing really is going to change from here to the end of the year. Let's focus on next year. Let's take a look back at how we did this year, right? Looking back towards the past instead of ahead towards the future or even towards the now. There's no need to start anything new, right? No one's going to be paying any attention. Everyone's off. I don't have the time. I plan on taking off. Let's cruise to the finish line. This is just a complacency. Everything we could have done this year, time's up. Let's just allow this last month, 1 month of 12, to go by as it may and see how it works for us. Let's take this time to regroup. We've all had a very stressful year. For this particular year, it's been even tougher, I know, on everyone, but this is not the time to take time off. There's always things to be gained through additional efforts. And then see you next year. The mentality of, I'll just catch you later, which I will give people the benefit of the doubt. I'm ready to skip to the next year as well. So the first way in which we can grow our business by giving back, current client efforts, okay? Current clients, whether you want to break it out into some of those top tier clients or those higher revenue clients or some of those more loyal, longer tenure clients, or if you can, and preferably as we attempt to do here at Dexcomm, all clients, holiday gift giving. Just that little reminder that we're thinking about them, we're appreciative to have their business, to have their loyalty, whether it be providing chocolates or gift baskets or gift cards or opportunities, for them to gather as a company outside of what you do. Just that give back, that reminder, like I said, that they're important to you and that they matter really helps to build that customer loyalty. Customer satisfaction surveys, NPS scores, reaching out, to make a phone call or to even get in person with them and ask them, hey, how did we do this year? I'm sincerely curious. This is not, there's no ulterior motive to why you're doing this, but to simply grow your business to better help theirs in the new year. And I mentioned ask for referrals. The customer satisfaction surveys are critical for asking the right people for referrals, because then you can use those surveys to identify the advocates and ask those folks, hey, what's working for you? I'm happy that you're happy. Who else do you feel that you may know would be happy and in need of our services? We would love to be introduced. Those folks, the true advocates, they're going to be happy to introduce you to folks without you asking and without you having to incentivize as well. And that's really the referrals you want. You don't want to offer someone a $50 gift card to send you a referral because it's not genuine. They're not actually going to be going out there to promote you just because of how appreciative they are for your business. So really identify those champions, identify those happy customers, and don't be afraid to ask for a referral. And lastly, and it'll be a theme you see run through the three ways here, is generate marketing content. I cannot tell you how critical it is in all things that you do, in every effort that you're making from a sales perspective, customer satisfaction perspective, service perspective. Always be generating marketing content. In this particular case with current clients, case studies from those same advocates, those champions that are happy with your service. Ask them if they'd be okay to sit down for a 15-minute interview where you can ask them, why did you come to us initially? What were your pain points? What were your issues? What did we promise you? What did we deliver versus that promise? And tell us a little bit about your satisfaction and some of those measurables even as to how you've benefited from our services. Testimonials, right? This is not as in-depth as a case study, but still so beneficial. If you can get some online reviews, if you can get some quick quotes that you can, of course, seek approval to use on your website, just to give some social proof to new prospects in the new year. And as you close out, the current year, you've got to leverage your existing client base to generate marketing content. And then an advocate reference list. This one's critical when going out and attempting a prospect in the new year. If you can have a sheet of the top 5 prospects you want to, write down on a piece of paper or have printed nicely to present to anyone who is considering your services, but unsure and wants to reach out for some credibility. If you have, hey, here are our top 5 clients, here's the contact name at each, their email address, their phone number, they are standing by and aware that we are offering their information up for you to reach out. That's huge. That's very strong, and something, like I said, you can do as we close out the year, as everyone's starting to wrap things up. Reach out, learn who out there you can number one, do more to help in the new year, and number 2, who are already happy and satisfied with your services and would be more than happy to give back for some marketing content. Philanthropy. I think the one piece here with philanthropy, I mentioned the reason for the season, giving back, right? We've gone throughout the entire year. Ideally, you've focused on what can we earn, what can we gain, how can we grow. It's time to give back, right? What goes around comes around. But at the same time, it's about focusing on a company culture. You have an employee base that's heard all year long about the core values, the mission statement, the why we do business, the why we exist. Let's prove it to our folks here, right? Let's start to give back, start to create that goodwill, not only with your employee base, but also with your clients and your prospects who you can get involved with your philanthropy, right? Instead of going out and asking them to close out the year, hey, would you like to buy more of our services? Hey, we're trying to give back. For Dexcomm, for example, we work with Feeding America. When we're going out to talk to new prospects, we talk about our relationship with Feeding America and how we'd love to have them join us in our efforts. And that leads us to our next point, incorporating philanthropy with sales promotions. If you sign up before the end of the new year, we'll make a donation on your company's behalf to our charity of choice, your charity of choice. But it just adds, that feel good piece to a partnership. Instead of just asking, oh, we have numbers to hit, we have goals to reach, we only have a month to do it. Let's focus on a higher purpose in this last month, especially with the holiday seasons and everyone kind of in the same boat moving into the new year. Let's make it bigger than ourselves. And once again, generate marketing content. I cannot say it enough. Social media posts, get some, take some photos of you dropping off donations to your charity of choice. Co-brand. If you can find a prospect or another company who's interested in working with the same charity as you are, or even co-branding with the charity itself, to spotlight it, to share the word, the message out with the community. And lastly, community outreach, right? Do what you can for the community around you, because they're the ones who are going to build you up. They're the ones who are going to, be that word of mouth marketing for you and your company. do some outreach. Don't look beyond your neighbor. Do what you can to build up the area around you. And I think that's something huge in terms of giving back to grow your business as you close out the year. Last but not least, employees are the ultimate focus. Employee work-life balance, holiday parties. Let's re-energize. If you're tired as a leader, your employees are even more tired because they may be just that much more disconnected from the purpose each morning, not by choice, but just because, of course, you as a leader or manager, you're bought in because you're right there next to the source in terms of decision making and why we do what we do, why you do what you do. Remember that the employee needs that, the employee base needs that boost as well. Holiday parties, I know this year out of any year, they may not be as achievable, at least in the same format, but do what you can to celebrate your employees, to know that they can have fun in the office or outside of the office in whatever format, gift giving amongst each other. Just really bring that holiday spirit to re-energize the bunch and let them know it's not all about work. It's a lot about life as well. And we recognize that they have lives to live. Annual awards, recognition. It's been a tough year on everyone. Every year at the end of the year, folks are exhausted. Recognize them. Recognize them. It doesn't have to be about cash prizes or raffling off a big television, but let them know that they matter, especially the supporters, the folks that have gone out and had their best year. Show the rest of the employee base what the ideal employee looks like so they can seek to know who the right example is. And of course, those supporters will also feel that satisfaction of, hey, my hard work is going noticed. And you'd be surprised how long that can go, especially to start the new year, versus burnout or, starting off depleted. Time off. Now, I know that's not always easy, depending on staffing, just to give folks time off, but be aware of that need. I know that at the same time, I'm pushing for you to work hard to the exact finish line of December 31st before we hit the ground running on January 1. But remember that work-life balance is critical. If you see someone busting it and working overtime over the holidays, make sure that they know that it's just as critical that they go home to their family, their friends, their personal life, their hobbies, and recharge their batteries, because just as much as you appreciate them working as hard as they can for the business and your customer base, they are just as important to you as the customer is. And that, once again, is going to help create that balance. Lastly, generate marketing content. Spotlight the employees. If you give away awards, recognition, spotlight them in your social media posts. Let the customers know who is out there servicing their business, or who is creating the product, or who's on the other end that may be in the background, not on the front line, but still doing a lot of the work. Let them know. Put some names to these faces. Let them maybe meet a little bit of them personally in the article or in the spotlight. Post parties, celebrations, fun being had. It's not just about posting achievements, awards in terms of industry or association awards for the company, but let the community out there, let your prospects, let your market, let your current clients know, hey, we're people at the end of the day, having fun, we're relatable, you can know us. And it's also really beneficial from a recruiting standpoint, right? Because I'm sure as you continue to grow your business, you're going to be looking to add more and more staff. And these posts, this social media, this marketing is what employees are looking for. Sure, they're extremely excited if you have great benefits. They're extremely excited if you're, the industry leader in X, Y, and Z. But at the end of the day, they want to be relevant. They want to know they have a culture they're entering into that is welcoming and warm and truly appreciates the employees that are there in the office. So spotlight that, and it'll also help with recruitment in the future. A little bit about Dexcomm and our purpose, once again, to bring compassionate professional concern to communications our values being compassion, personal growth, concern for others. What we do, very simple: receive and deliver communications. But the strategy in which we do it, although once again simple to say, tough to stick to, but it means the most to us each and every day when we wake up, knowing that we need to remain employee centered. We need to provide premium quality service and a large, heavy emphasis on building and maintaining partnership relationships, especially as we end the year. I find that a majority of what I've told you about ways to grow your business by giving back is about building and maintaining partnership relationships. That's with your current clients, with the community, through philanthropy, and most importantly, with your team, with your employees, with your professional family. Build and maintain those relationships. Do not underestimate the power of a strong relationship, and also never think that it cannot grow beyond where it stands today. And when you get to the point over the holiday season or wherever you may be within the year while watching this, if you're ever in need of additional support, know that Dexcomm is available to help extend your team beyond the folks in-house. As a third party, we're there for you. And we understand the needs that come about from having a third party answering service. We understand the strains folks are under, being understaffed during these difficult times, or having to have a lot of remote workers or folks wearing multiple hats. Please, we're here to help. I give you a little bit of the basics here about what we do from a sales standpoint with a consultative approach of just simply listening and understanding where you currently stand and how we can help. Hands-on from the time you pick up the phone to the time we begin to answer your phone calls. We want to be there with you, acting as an extension of your business. Month-to-month agreement, nothing long-term. We're ready to prove ourselves each and every month to you guys, and so on and so forth. Please feel free to reach out to us. I really appreciate your time. I hope this was helpful. I know it all sounds simple, but do it, and I guarantee it'll pay dividends. Jetty in Tune with Dexcomm. Please feel free to reach out to me via my cell phone, my email address, or visit our website. And thank you so much for your time. I hope you have an amazing holiday, and I hope you make the most of it. Thank you.